A routine flight turned into an emergency in the skies over the Southwest Valley this afternoon when two seasoned pilots ran into engine trouble. But thanks to quick thinking and decades of flying experience, their emergency landing ended safely, just a little bit dusty. 12 News journalist Kyle Simchuk is live near 91st Avenue and Baseline, where the small plane is still grounded. He spoke with the pilot and passenger about their unexpected detour. What happened, Kyle?
Well, you know, Tram, they say that any landing you can walk away from is a good one. Unfortunately, this pilot and his passenger walked away without any scratches after being forced to make an emergency landing on this dirt road in the middle of a cornfield. And as you can see, the plane is still grounded here. They're waiting for a mechanic to come check it out. But Jim Stark and his neighbor, Pete Biddle, are both experienced pilots and Vietnam vets. They were flying back home to Goodyear after having breakfast in Chandler when the engine of Stark's Cessna 172 started sputtering at around 2,000 feet. Now, the Goodyear airport was still several miles away. Stark was losing altitude and knew he wasn't going to make it, but his passenger had full faith in him.
Jim is one hell of a good pilot. He did one outstanding job landing. And, when something like this happens, you've really got to start thinking fast.
Just get it on the ground in one piece. Yeah. That's the answer. It's a Cessna 172. Yeah. And it's a jewel of an airplane. I've never had a bit of trouble with it ever. And now here we are, parked in a bean field out here.
So they were in good spirits after they landed. You know, these two friends, they debated actually flying to Payson today, but they're certainly glad they didn't. Stark and Biddle say they have both lost engines before flying different airplanes, and they say that this is something that pilots, they just trained for. Now, as for the cause of the engine trouble, Stark believes there's something wrong with the plane's carburetor. He saw fuel leaking out. So now the question is, how do they get this thing back to the Goodyear airport? Well, tomorrow morning, Stark is having a mechanic come out. If the mechanic can fix the plane on site, he actually plans to fly it out on this dirt road. So the same path that they came in, little bumpy road, but both of these guys happy to be back on the ground. And we actually did give them a ride back to the Goodyear airport because, Tram, they were stranded out here.
Oh my gosh, Kyle, seriously, the story just gets better and better. Really astonishing and really miraculous there. Thank goodness they were so seasoned. But I'm wondering, you're standing right next to that small plane, so there's no damage at all to it aside from the engine trouble? Obviously, it looks great.
It really does. Aside from the engine trouble, a bumpy landing, but no dents to the plane. They think that once they get it fixed, they're going to be able to fly out of here. Isn't that something?
That is truly incredible. Thank goodness everyone was okay. All right, Kyle, thank you.